since I've done an update. And as I say in a lot of my videos, excuse my face, I'm actually doing like a 7-day like treatment on my face. So I'm not wearing any makeup, just washing my face and doing this treatment, and we're gonna see if I can get some of this acne cleared up. I also did get a new little setup for my car so that I can put my phone up there and drive with both hands on the wheel, and it shouldn't be as shaky either. So it's been a while since I've done an update and I have a lot to update. Last video I posted was 7 days past trigger, when my line had gotten darker from the day before and I was convinced I was pregnant, and you know, blah blah blah. Long story short, I was not pregnant. That was a fluke. The trigger continued to fade, and I got lines until 11-ish days past trigger. And you know, so that kind of stunk a lot, and I ended up getting my period. I'm on cycle day, today's the 11th of April, so I'm on cycle day 12. I got my period on a Friday afternoon after so Friday evening after business hours, and when I called to get my Clomid, I didn't realize I was out of refills. So I went all weekend. Sunday would have been day 3 when I was supposed to start it. Well, then I didn't think about contacting the doctor's office until later in the week. I was really busy that week, and so I contacted them, and they had me take my Clomid days 6 through 10, which was super weird. And so we're expecting that we have a late ovulation. Sorry, I don't know why those words escaped me. We're expecting a late ovulation, but I do have my follicle scan, excuse me. I have my follicle scan on Thursday morning at 10:30. So we'll see how they look. If they're close, I'll go back either Friday or Monday. If they're not, then we'll look at, you know, sometime next week. And then we do plan to trigger again, so hopefully that all works out really well. But the big part of my update is this. I had an appointment, my second follow-up with my OBGYN post-op, and I had that appointment with her yesterday. And we are now on our 4th round of Clomid. I've always understood that you were only supposed to do 6 rounds of Clomid. She said that as long as you are responding well and your mucus isn't drying up and your lining isn't too thin, that you can proceed with Clomid, and it's no big deal. So that is our current plan. If one of those 2 things happens, her plan is to switch to Femera or injectables. That would be decided at a later date. She said she's not going to get concerned until you know, after the 3rd unsuccessful cycle after surgery. So we're on the 2nd one. We'll see what happens this cycle. I'm not really invested in this cycle. I mean, I'm kind of going through the motions. I haven't been doing any OBKs, just kind of going with the flow, and it's actually really nice. Like, this cycle is flying by, you know, it's nice. And so that's our plan with her. However, on Monday, the 17th, we have an appointment to do a consultation with a doctor at a fertility clinic, with a reproductive endocrinologist. And, you know, it's nerve-wracking, to say the least. I am nervous because this is definitely uncharted territory for me. I kind of know what's to come because I'm a part of a great, amazing community on Instagram of women who are TTC just like us. And, you know, I kind of know what to expect. Josh is very in the dark. He's going in blind. He doesn't really know anything about anything when it comes to any of this, but we will be discussing IUI. Coupled with our motility issues and the fact that I have a posterior cervix, so my cervix points slightly backward, IUI probably is our best bet because, you know, it would be harder for us to get pregnant anyway because my cervix is not in the optimal, you know, straightforward position. But, you know, it's probably our best option. And I thought Josh was going to be totally against it when I brought the idea up, and he said absolutely. And I called 15 minutes later and scheduled the appointment. So we were very fortunate that we were able to get in so quickly. And, you know, so we have our appointment next week, and less than a week. And I'm very excited, but very anxious, very nervous. And I go back and forth. I don't know if we're obviously going to follow through with this cycle because we're already in the middle of it. But I don't know if I want to go ahead and do the 3rd cycle after surgery and see what she says and then take a stab at IUI. That would give us a little more time to save up and, you know, kind of prepare ahead of time for that. But, excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. I also kind of struggle with the fact that it has been, you know, we're on our 8th cycle, and which isn't long in comparison to some people who've been trying for, you know, a decade or, you know, however long. But, you know, 4 of these cycles, so half of our cycles have been medicated cycles. Of course, there was a surgery in there, and, you know, the 2 before I even went to the doctor, and then there was the one, you know, that I was in the middle of when I went to the doctor. So I don't know. I am just getting kind of frustrated knowing our issues. The good thing is that when we go to the fertility clinic, we will almost have like a jump start, you know, a head start, because I already have an HSG, I already have a laparoscopy, and those are within the last, 3 months. You know, they probably will want to do their own semen analysis, which I totally get, and they may want to do some blood work on me, but any major testing that they would probably want to do is already been done, so we don't have to wait on those things. So hopefully we are kind of on a fast track with that. So I of course will update after our appointment and let you guys know what's going on. I want to be a lot better excuse me, about, you know, documenting and getting videos up and updating, and I haven't been the best at it, but there's been a lot going on. I started a new job, we've been going through these appointments and all of this stuff, so it's just, there's been a lot going on, and, you know, we'll kind of play it by ear, but I definitely want to continue to take you guys along with me. I want to make sure that I'm taking my phone to appointments, and hopefully in the next couple months I can get a good camera, and we, you know, can do some better quality videos. I'm hoping to get Josh involved in some of them and not always do my videos in the car, because that's where all of my videos pretty much are done. And yeah, so lots of exciting stuff happening. Like I said, I will definitely keep you guys updated. You know, I can't promise that I will, you know, update daily or weekly or whatever, but I will, especially with the fact that appointments are probably going to be a lot more often. There's going to be a lot more updates, so I definitely plan on taking you guys along with us. So I hope to see you guys follow along with us on this journey, and I look forward to updating you guys. And yeah, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
day or two.
Uh-huh.
And you took the clothes.
Okay, they're over.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch on there.
Maybe your body hurt you had a movement.
Yeah.
Or something, right? That's good.
Good afternoon. So, I decided after I made my last video and I went to start editing, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna combine my last video that I made that's at the beginning of this clip, and combine it with this one because I have a really, really big update. So I just left my day 14 scan, my follicle scan, because I took my my Clomid so late this cycle. We were really, really expecting me to ovulate a lot later, and I told my doctor when I saw her on Monday, I said, can we do a scan for this week and you know, see what we have going on, because I don't want my follicles to grow too big, which happens frequently with me. And she said, yeah, let's do that. So I went for my scan this morning, and I definitely was having some pinching on my right side. So I knew there was one there, and I could feel a little bit on my left, and I was like, I might have one there. So I really was only expecting 1, maybe 2 follicles. Well, I was wrong. She went over my right ovary, and there was a pretty decent sized one. I think it's 2.3, I think is how big that one is. And so she went over that one, and we knew right then and there we would be triggering today. And so then she pans over to my left side, and I said, is that my ovary? And I'll insert a video of part of the ultrasound. I don't think I got that part on the video, but I said, is that my ovary? And she said, yeah. And I said, how many do I have on there? Because all I saw was black circles, big black circles, more than just PCOS black circles. And we counted, and there's 3 on my left, which is mind-blowing because I don't even feel them. And the smallest one is 1.7, which is still, in the next day or 2, I should ovulate within the next 24 to 36 hours. So, within the next day or 2, it'll be big enough. And so I have 4 follicles. And so, sorry, I got a phone call. I have 4 follicles, and of course they were like, okay, you have a really high chance of multiples. And we were like, I got it. Well, not me. My husband's at work. But I was like, I know. Okay. So all I can do is laugh. To say I'm in shock is an understatement. But I'm so excited because that's 4 chances for even 1 baby. And, if we get pregnant with quadruplets, then that was God's plan. Twins, triplets, quadruplets. I don't really like the thought of carrying triplets or quadruplets, but like I said, if that's God's plan, that's what's gonna happen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, however many we have, I'm so thrilled. And I'm pretty convinced this is our cycle, because how do I ovulate 4 eggs and just not conceive? How do I do that? I mean, it's like impossible. So we'll see what happens, but that is my update for today. My lining in my uterus is still a little thin. I'd have to look back on the video and see if I can see the measurements in the video. They didn't give me an exact measurement. So I do have to start some estrase on Sunday. Today is Thursday, so I do have to start some estrogen support on Sunday. I will also still do my prometrium, and hopefully everything will thicken and everything will be just perfect, and we'll have 1 to 4 beautiful miracle babies burrow in, and in, I don't know, January, I think we're looking at January, February, somewhere in there, we'll have some beautiful little baby dolls, and we'll be able to bring them home with us. So go ahead and like and subscribe, and yeah, follow along on this journey with us. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you with my next update.